If it weren't for these recordings, no one would believe that in the 21st century, Bigfoot is still walking among us. And in today's video, you'll witness the 15 most terrifying Bigfoot moments ever caught on camera. Let's start with one of the clips that took TikTok by storm, when hundreds of thousands of people became convinced they were looking at the real Bigfoot. Not a movie, not a hoax, but a piece of raw, real-life footage, right in the middle of the American wilderness. It was a cold morning in the mountains of Northern California. Fog draped over towering pine trees. A man was driving slowly along a deserted forest road, rolling down his window to breathe in the damp air. And then, he saw it. Through the mist, a massive creature was walking upright through the trees, its strides slow, steady, heavy, almost human, but its entire body covered in grayish-brown hair. Long arms, broad shoulders, head tilted slightly forward, as if it knew exactly where it was going. Not a bear, not a man. Just a towering, silent figure, calm, solitary, and seemingly aware that someone was watching. The clip lasted only a few seconds, but it sent the internet into chaos. The movement was too natural to be a costume. Analysts later confirmed the landscape matched the Sierra Nevada region, a place with dozens of reported Bigfoot encounters over the decades. As for the man who witnessed it all, he only said one short sentence when he uploaded the video. "I don't know what I just saw, but it definitely wasn't anything normal." And that's why the online community gave this chilling footage a name that still sends shivers down the spine: the Walker in the Pines. The next video was uploaded on October 14th, 2024 on TikTok, capturing a scene so bizarre that viewers didn't know whether to be terrified or to believe their eyes. A man stood by the side of the road, holding a large watermelon, and threw it toward the dense forest ahead. Just as the fruit fell, a massive dark figure among the trees reached out to catch it. Its hand was enormous, nearly twice the size of the man below. The creature didn't look like a monkey or a human. It sat high in the treetops, its entire body covered in reddish-brown fur, with broad shoulders and gigantic arms. As sunlight pierced through the leaves, you could clearly see its muscular chest and a shadowed face, watching the man below. The man stood still, looking up, showing no fear at all, as if this wasn't the first time he had fed whatever that thing was. Many commenters suggested the video might have been filmed in Borneo or Sumatra, where dense rainforests and large orangutans still exist. But Bigfoot believers pointed out that no orangutan could possibly be that tall. Judging by the height of the trees, the creature must have been at least 10 feet long, with an arm span close to 8 feet. If that's true, then this could be the first real evidence of an Asian Bigfoot, the ancient creature known in local folklore as the Orang Pendek, or the giant forest man. Try not to panic while watching this video that went viral last August. It's said to come from a security camera at a sheep farm in Texas, showing a late-night encounter with a massive, hair-covered creature standing by the fence. It slowly climbed over, its long arms reaching down among the trembling sheep as two shepherd dogs barked wildly in defense. Under the pale white light, the creature's face became visible, human-like yet distorted, its eyes glowing as if reflecting the camera lens. Within seconds, it vanished into the darkness, leaving chaos behind in the pen. While some claim the footage was created with AI or visual effects, the fluid movement and the animal's genuine reaction made it too real to ignore. Real or fake, the clip sent chills through millions of viewers, forcing them to wonder whether a legendary beast could truly wander this close to humanity. You think Bigfoot stories only exist in America? Think again. An old video suddenly resurfaced online, and it's got the entire European community talking. The footage is said to be recorded in Latvia, where endless foggy forests stretch as far as the eye can see. A man was walking calmly along a deserted road when his camera caught something unbelievable: a massive dark figure moving on two legs. When the creature realized it was being watched, it crouched low and sprinted across the empty highway in just a few seconds. The way it ran, arms swinging hard, shoulders leaning forward, each stride powerful and predatory, sent chills down viewers' spines. Many believe it was a young form of Bigfoot, while others insist it was a European Sasquatch, a species never officially documented. The man who filmed it said he could never forget that look. Those weren't the eyes of an animal. They were eyes that could think. So what do you think? Has Bigfoot truly crossed the ocean to Europe? You heard that right. This wasn't filmed in the wilderness. It happened right in the middle of an active construction site. On October 6, 2024, a TikTok video left millions of people speechless. A motion-sensing camera captured a nearly 9-foot-tall creature standing in the darkness, watching a man operate a bulldozer. It didn't move closer or walk away. It just stood there, motionless, like a living shadow. Some researchers say Bigfoot is often drawn to mechanical sounds, which might explain why it came near. The worker had no idea, continuing his job while a strange gaze followed him from a distance. While some claim it was simply a man in a costume, the creature's sheer size and eerie stillness convinced many that the camera had accidentally captured something not of this world. Could this be the first time Bigfoot has been spotted in an industrial zone? Or the most perfect prank ever created by humans? One of the first videos to spark the 2024 Bigfoot mystery wave came from a remote campsite deep in the northern U.S. woods. The cameraman, a nature lover, just wanted a few peaceful days outdoors, not realizing he was about to record a moment that would shock the world. A motion sensor camera attached to a tree, meant for tracking wildlife, suddenly captured a massive dark figure dropping a huge branch right into the middle of the campsite. When zoomed in, you can clearly see a creature standing 8 to 9 feet tall, covered in thick black fur with broad shoulders, a large head, and a heavy, powerful stride. The footage cut off after just a few seconds, either from memory loss or a sensor glitch. But those few seconds were enough to freeze anyone who saw it. Some believe the camper accidentally set up his tent within Bigfoot's territory, provoking its anger. Others wonder if it was simply a territorial warning. According to Native American legends, Bigfoot often tests humans by throwing stones, wood, or branches as a warning before attacking. Could this be that ancient warning, finally caught on modern camera? When news spread about a frozen Bigfoot corpse, many believed it could mark a turning point in the history of cryptozoology. A man named Hunter Peter claimed he was keeping a real Bigfoot body preserved in thick ice. In the video, he pointed to a giant 5-fingered hand, comparing it to his own, shockingly small in comparison. The creature's head appeared with eyes closed, tangled brown fur, and sharp teeth, looking both primate-like and eerily human. Many viewers believed this might be the first genuine proof of Bigfoot's existence, a legendary creature whispered about for centuries. But skeptics fired back quickly, claiming it was a movie prop or an elaborate promo stunt for an upcoming horror film. Independent investigators requested DNA samples, but Hunter Peter refused, saying the body could be damaged. To this day, no one has proven whether the footage is real or fake, and that's what makes it even more terrifying. If it's real, then the real question is, who or what killed Bigfoot? If the earlier clips only made people curious, this one made millions genuinely afraid. On July 14, 2024, the account Terror on a Rural Farm uploaded security footage from a remote homestead. In the middle of the night, outside the window, two glowing red orbs floated in the darkness. Not lights, not reflections, but eyes, staring straight into the house. Experts quickly got involved, but no North American animal has eyes that shine red like that. One theory suggested it could be an infrared camera effect, but Bigfoot believers were convinced it was the creature's rage state, when it watches humans from afar before attacking. What's even stranger is how this aligns with Cherokee legends about Sul Kalu, the red-eyed giant, a forest spirit said to appear when humans trespass on sacred land. So is this just a coincidence, or is an ancient warning returning in the 21st century? No one expected a peaceful hike to turn into a nightmare caught on film. A man was walking alone through a dense pine forest in the American Northwest, where sunlight barely pierced the thick canopy. When he stopped to listen, a heavy thud echoed from beyond the trees, as if something enormous was moving. Thinking it was a bear, he pulled out his phone, but what appeared on camera made his heart stop. A massive dark figure walking upright slowly passed through the trees. Its arms hung low, nearly reaching the ground, every movement deliberate and ancient. Measuring the surroundings, experts estimated it stood around 10 feet tall, far too big to be human. Some believe it was the real Bigfoot, while others suspect it could be a yet unidentified giant species, the Shadow Man of the Northwest, from native folklore. The footage lasts only a few seconds, but for many, that was more than enough to plant the chilling thought that something might still be watching from America's deepest forests. And if you think that was scary enough, make sure to subscribe, because the next moment caught on camera is even harder to believe. Sometimes the greatest discoveries come from the smallest devices. A wildlife trap camera in Alberta, Canada, meant for tracking wolverines, captured something no one dared to believe was real. On January 17, 2024, the footage began with a male deer walking through the frame. But moments after it left, a huge black-furred creature quietly emerged from the opposite side. Based on the deer's height, about 3 to 3.5 feet, the creature appeared twice as tall, even while standing on lower ground, meaning it could have easily been 7 to 8 feet tall. Observers noticed its slow, deliberate movement, unlike any known animal. Some theories called it the northern Sasquatch, believed to roam the Rockies, while others said it might be a hunter in camouflage. But no one could explain the enormous build. The strangest part? The creature appeared for only 5 seconds, then slipped behind a tree and vanished as if it had never existed. Since then, the camera has kept recording, but never captured anything like it again. This video is considered the clearest Bigfoot footage of the decade. The camera, mounted about 10 feet up in a tree along the Oregon-California border, an area famous for mysterious sightings, was meant to monitor nocturnal animals near a feeding trough. But instead of deer or raccoons, it caught a massive gray-haired creature standing just a few steps from the lens. When zoomed in, its face looked primate-like, yet almost human. Deep-set eyes, a broad nose, and a muscular body with thick arms and wide shoulders, moving with impossible fluidity. One expert stated, "If that's a person in a suit, it would weigh over 30 pounds, and no one could move that naturally." The video spread across the internet and ignited fierce debate between believers and scientists. Some Bigfoot researchers called it the most convincing proof since the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film. Others said a strong gust of wind could easily create a similar illusion. What about you? What do you believe? And then, right in the heart of California, where no one expected Bigfoot, a dark figure appeared that shook the internet. Around 1 a.m., a driver's dash cam recorded a massive, upright creature covered in dark fur. It crossed a quiet road in Anaheim Hills, a peaceful suburb far from any forest. Its gait was slow, heavy, but completely upright, unlike any known primate. When zoomed in, you could see the broad shoulders, massive chest, and long arms reaching nearly to its knees. Viewers debated fiercely. Could Bigfoot have left the woods and entered the city? Or was it just a cleverly staged hoax using weak lighting and costumes? Some animal behavior experts offered another theory. If it truly was a wild creature, perhaps it was searching for food or drawn to artificial sounds. But what makes this video so haunting is the unshakable sense of wrongness, a presence that simply didn't belong there, walking through a human street. Just seeing it was enough to make anyone's skin crawl. This video is known as the Recordless Mystery, the Jabez Cascade Bigfoot footage, uploaded on August 5th, 2024. In the misty forests of the Cascade Range, a massive hunchbacked figure walked silently through the trees, vanishing quickly once it sensed someone nearby. Strangely, the footage had no GPS data, no identifiable uploader, and no real-time stamp. Analysts confirmed it wasn't fake, but they couldn't trace its source. Some believe it was proof of the Cascade Giant, said to be a Western relative of Bigfoot living in isolation within the mountain fog. Others think the video was digitally erased for some reason, perhaps by a secret research group monitoring Bigfoot in the area. When paused at the moment the creature turns, you can clearly see deep eyes and arms twice the length of a human's. No one knows who filmed it or why it exists, but that only makes it more legendary, as if it came from another world, leaving behind a fleeting glimpse before disappearing forever. In the next video, everything started off completely normal. A man was vlogging his hiking trip, casually talking and showing the scenery, unaware that behind him, a massive dark figure was silently moving through the forest. When people later reviewed the footage, they spotted the huge body, wide shoulders, and thick black fur, all matching the description of a Sasquatch. What terrified viewers wasn't the sight itself, but the way it moved, slow, deliberate, as if stalking prey. Some believe this is evidence that Bigfoot hunts. Others think it was simply curious. But that silent pursuit left everyone wondering, if he had filmed just a few seconds longer, would we have seen something beyond imagination? Finally, this terrifying moment brings today's episode to a close. The video, uploaded in mid-June, is said to have been filmed in a remote forest somewhere in Montana or British Columbia, where thick pine trees and year-round fog create an eerie, endless silence. A young man was recording his trail run through the woods with his phone, the sound of wind and his footsteps echoing softly. But only seconds later, the camera caught something massive in the distance. A towering dark figure standing upright, broad-shouldered, hunched slightly, its entire body covered in thick brown hair. When he zoomed in, the creature appeared to turn its head, revealing a shadowed face, half human, half beast. Panic set in. The phone began shaking violently as he sprinted out of the forest in pure terror. The clip lasted only a few dozen seconds, yet it spread across the internet, racking up millions of views. Many commenters claimed it looked like a real Bigfoot encounter, while skeptics argued it was just a tree stump or a gray bear. Still, the glowing eyes and deliberate movements of the creature in the frame sent chills down everyone's spine. And whatever the truth may be, that footage ended the video with a haunting reminder, as if Bigfoot might still be wandering out there, somewhere deep in the forest. So what do you think of these clips? Are they just elaborate hoaxes, or real evidence that Bigfoot walks among us? Maybe these creatures still roam quietly through the woods, showing themselves only when humans least expect it. And who knows, someday, while camping or driving through a lonely mountain road, those same eyes might be looking straight at you. Leave a comment below if you believe Bigfoot is real. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next chilling mysteries we uncover in upcoming videos.